What if I told you that just 12 minutes a day could completely change your English over the next few months? Not 3 hours, not expensive courses, not endless grammar books, just 12 focused minutes. Sounds too simple? Maybe. But here's something even more surprising. Most English learners don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they never stay consistent long enough to see results. They study hard for one day, skip the next 3, study again on the weekend, then wonder why their English isn't improving. Does that sound familiar? If it does, don't worry. You're not alone. And today's lesson might be exactly what you need. Because today, we're starting something special together. Something that could become the turning point in your English journey. Welcome back to Learn with English. I'm Hyena, and today we're beginning our 14-day English challenge. For the next 14 days, I'll be here with you every single day. Same time, same place. One new episode, one new opportunity to improve your English. And here's the best part. You don't need to study for hours. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a huge vocabulary. You simply need one thing: consistency. Before we go any further, I want you to make a small commitment. Go down to the comments right now and write, "Yes, I'm in." It may seem like a small action, but psychologically, it's powerful. Because the moment you write those words, you're making a promise to yourself. You're saying, for the next 14 days, I'm going to show up. Not for me, not for YouTube, for yourself, for your future, for your English. And trust me, future you will thank you. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever started learning English with excitement only to quit a few days later? Maybe you downloaded an app. Maybe you bought a course. Maybe you watched dozens of YouTube lessons. For a few days, you felt motivated. Then life happened. Work got busy, you felt tired, you missed one day, then another, and before you knew it, you were back at the beginning. If that has happened to you, I want you to understand something important. The problem isn't your ability. The problem is your system. Most people rely on motivation. But motivation is unreliable. Some days it's there, some days it disappears. Successful learners don't depend on motivation, they depend on habits. And habits are exactly what we're going to build during this challenge. Because by the end of these 14 days, I don't just want you to know more English, I want English practice to become part of your daily life. And that's where real transformation begins. Now, before we start day 1, I want you to choose something very important: your English time. This is the specific time you'll listen every day. Maybe it's after breakfast. Maybe it's during your commute. Maybe it's after work. Maybe it's before bed. The exact time doesn't matter. Consistency does. The brain loves routines. When you connect a habit to an existing activity, it becomes easier to remember. For example, after coffee equals English. After lunch equals English. Before sleep equals English. Simple. The easier you make the habit, the more likely you'll continue, and that's exactly what we want. So tell me in the comments, what time will you listen every day? Morning? Afternoon? Evening? I want to know. Now, here's a simple trick that can dramatically increase your chances of success. Set an alarm on your phone and give it a powerful name. Something like Time for English, Future Me Starts Now, 14-Day Challenge, or simply Learn with English. And when that alarm goes off, don't negotiate. Don't say, "I'll do it later," because later often becomes tomorrow, and tomorrow often becomes next week. Instead, press play and begin. Now, you might be wondering, why only 12 minutes? Why not 30? Why not an hour? That's a great question, and the answer might surprise you. Because the biggest mistake most learners make has nothing to do with English itself, and once you understand this mistake, you'll never look at language learning the same way again. So, why am I asking you to spend only 12 minutes a day? Why not 30 minutes? Why not 1 full hour? After all, wouldn't more study mean faster results? Not necessarily. And this is where many English learners get trapped. They believe success comes from studying as much as possible. So they create huge plans: 1 hour every day, 50 new words every week, several grammar lessons, multiple videos. And for a few days, everything feels great. They're excited, they're motivated, they're ready to change their lives. But then reality arrives. Work becomes stressful, family responsibilities appear, energy drops, life gets busy, and suddenly that 1 hour study session feels impossible. So what happens? They skip one day, then another, and eventually they quit completely. Not because they couldn't learn English, but because their plan was too difficult to maintain. This is why I designed this challenge differently. I don't want you to focus on intensity, I want you to focus on consistency. Because consistency beats intensity almost every time. Think about it this way. Imagine two people. The first person studies English for 3 hours every Sunday. The second person studies for only 12 minutes every day. Who do you think will improve more after 6 months? Most people choose the first person, but very often, the second person wins because the brain learns through regular exposure, not occasional effort. Your brain is like a garden. If you water it once a month, nothing grows well. But if you give it a little water every day, the garden begins to flourish. English works exactly the same way. A little practice every day, repeated consistently. That's where real progress comes from. And honestly, this should make you feel relieved because it means you don't need endless free time. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. You don't need to study until you're exhausted. You just need to keep showing up. 12 minutes today, 12 minutes tomorrow, 12 minutes the next day. Those small sessions begin stacking on top of each other, and before you realize it, your English starts changing. Now, let's talk about something extremely important: the power of repetition. Because there is one mistake almost every English learner makes, and fixing it can dramatically improve your speaking ability. Many learners hear a phrase once, understand it, and then move on. They think, okay, I know that already. But knowing something and using something are two different skills. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone says, let's grab lunch tomorrow. You understand the sentence, no problem. Then they ask, does that work for you? And suddenly your mind freezes. You know English, you understand English, but the words don't come out fast enough. Why? Because understanding and speaking are not the same thing. Speaking requires automatic recall. Your brain needs to find the phrase quickly, without translating, without thinking too much, without hesitation. And that's exactly why repetition matters. Every time you hear a useful phrase, you're strengthening a pathway inside your brain. Every repetition makes that pathway stronger. Every repetition makes speaking easier. Let's practice together. Listen carefully. I'm trying to build a better habit. Now repeat it. I'm trying to build a better habit. Very good. Let's do another one. I'm going to practice every day. Now say it aloud. I'm going to practice every day. Excellent. And yes, I really want you to say it aloud, not silently, not inside your head. Use your voice. Because speaking activates different parts of the brain. When you hear a sentence and then repeat it, your brain remembers it more effectively. Your mouth becomes familiar with English sounds. Your confidence grows, and speaking starts feeling more natural. Many learners skip this step because they feel embarrassed. Maybe someone is nearby. Maybe they worry about pronunciation mistakes. Maybe they think they sound strange. But remember something important. Nobody becomes fluent by staying silent. Speaking is not something you learn after becoming confident. Speaking is how you become confident. And that means mistakes are part of the process. In fact, I want you to make mistakes. Yes, you heard me correctly. I want you to make mistakes because mistakes mean you're trying. Mistakes mean you're practicing. Mistakes mean you're growing. The only real mistake is refusing to practice because you're afraid of making one. Think about a child learning to walk. Do they fall? Of course, many times. But nobody says, maybe walking isn't for you. They simply keep trying, and eventually, walking becomes natural. English works the same way. You practice, you make mistakes, you improve, you continue, and one day you realize you're speaking more naturally than ever before. Now, during this challenge, I want you to become a collector, not of grammar rules, not of difficult vocabulary, but of useful phrases. Every episode, choose 3 to 5 expressions you genuinely want to use in real life. Not 50, not 100, just a few useful expressions. Because learning a small number deeply is far more powerful than learning a large number superficially. So far, we've talked about consistency, we've talked about repetition, and we've talked about why 12 focused minutes can be more powerful than hours of random studying. But now I want to show you how to get even more value from every lesson you listen to. Remember when I said you should collect useful phrases? Let's take that idea a step further. Because learning English isn't just about understanding words, it's about using them naturally in your own life. For example, imagine you hear the phrase, to build a habit. Most learners simply understand it and move on. But successful learners do something different. They immediately connect the phrase to their own life. Instead of saying, "Oh, that's interesting," they say, "I want to build a habit of reading English every day," or "I'm trying to build a habit of waking up earlier." Do you see the difference? The phrase becomes personal, and when something becomes personal, your brain remembers it much more easily. Let's try another one. To make time for something. You could say, "I make time for English every morning," or "I make time for exercise after work." Simple, natural, useful, and most importantly, real. The more you connect English to your real life, the faster it becomes part of your everyday thinking. That's when learning starts feeling natural instead of forced. And here's something that many English learners never realize. You do not need thousands of advanced words to sound confident. You need a smaller number of useful words and phrases that you can actually use. Think about native speakers. Most daily conversations use common vocabulary, common expressions, simple sentence patterns. The magic isn't in knowing difficult words. The magic is in using simple English confidently. That's why during this challenge, I want you to focus on quality, not quantity. Don't try to memorize everything. Don't try to learn 50 new expressions every day. Choose a few useful phrases, practice them, repeat them. Use them, and let them become part of your English. Now, let's talk about something important. There will probably be a day during this challenge when you don't feel like listening. Maybe you'll be tired. Maybe you'll be busy. Maybe you'll think, "I'll skip today and continue tomorrow." And honestly, that's the moment that matters most, because habits are not built on easy days. Habits are built on difficult days. Anyone can study when they feel motivated. Anyone can study when they have lots of energy. Anyone can study when everything is going well. But growth happens when you show up even on the days when you don't feel like it. Not because you're perfect, not because you're super disciplined, but because you've made a commitment to yourself. And remember, I'm not asking you for 3 hours. I'm not asking you for 1 hour. I'm asking you for 12 minutes. Just 12 minutes. Even on a busy day, you can usually find 12 minutes. Even on a difficult day, you can usually find 12 minutes. And those 12 minutes might be the difference between giving up and moving forward. So when that difficult day arrives, don't focus on how far you still have to go. Focus on today's small step. One lesson, one practice session, one improvement. Because success is rarely one giant moment. Success is usually hundreds of small actions repeated over time. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. 1 month becomes 1 year. And eventually, you look back and realize how far you've come. That's exactly why we're doing this challenge together. Not to become perfect overnight, not to become fluent in 2 weeks, but to build momentum, to build confidence, to build consistency. And if you stay with me for all 14 days, I truly believe you'll notice a difference. Maybe your listening becomes easier. Maybe your confidence improves. Maybe speaking feels more natural. Maybe English starts becoming a regular part of your daily life. And honestly, that would be an incredible victory. Before we finish today's episode, I want you to do something. Go to the comments right now and write, "Yes, I'm in." And if you've already written it before, tell me why you're learning English. Is it for work, travel, school, business, or simply because you want to improve yourself? I read the comments, and I love seeing learners from all around the world supporting each other. You might even motivate someone else who is struggling right now. And before I go, I want to remind you of something. You don't have to be the smartest person. You don't have to be the most talented person. You don't have to learn faster than everyone else. You only need to keep going. One lesson at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. Because every time you show up, you're becoming a better English speaker than you were yesterday. And that's something to be proud of. So, welcome to day 1 of our 14-day English challenge. You've already taken the hardest step. You've started. And starting is often the hardest part. Now, make your commitment. Choose your listening time, set your reminder, and get ready for tomorrow's lesson. Because tomorrow, we're going to continue this journey together, and I have something special planned for you. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss day 2. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for spending these minutes with me today. I'm Heina, and this is Learn with English. Keep listening, keep repeating, keep believing in yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Take care and keep learning.